can buy your Tesla with Bitcoin. Who the hell is the person who has enough money in Bitcoin that they can buy a Tesla that they'll say, because of how valuable this shit is, they'll say, okay, Elon Musk, you have my Bitcoin, and watch it grow another, 50% in the next, 2 months or whatever it might be. So, this is the flaw of it as a currency. If you don't want to spend it because it keeps getting more and more valuable, it's not a fucking currency. And right. I know I changed that topic on its head really quickly, but I just was Elon Musk is like, hey, give me your gold and I'll give you dollars back. Give me your appreciating value and I'll give you something that depreciates in return. And I just find that to be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that is interesting. I mean, kind of feeding into your point of it's not currency unless you can do something with it. But, it does track that, it's becoming enough of a thing where a company like that would accept it. But I do see your point in them accepting it on its way up, whereas if it was on its way down, the only reason they would accept it is because it is gaining in value, or it has gained enough in value, at least, where it's a viable form of currency. But when it's so unsteady,
go ahead. Go ahead. My bad.
When it's so unsteady, you don't know. You have no real plan for the future of whether or not it's, in 5 months, it could be worth, one Bitcoin could be worth, $16 as opposed to $160,000. You just don't know.
Well, and what I'm actually trying to talk about here isn't even the fact that it could depreciate in value. What I'm talking about is that if it keeps appreciating in value, meaning just to make sure that I said my words concisely there, meaning that it continues to go up in value, you are doing yourself a disservice by cashing out to buy a product when this value stock or value store keeps increasing in value. So if I buy a Tesla from you today with 2 Bitcoin, because that's $120,000 or whatever, right? That 2 Bitcoin in the future might be worth $150,000. It might be worth $200,000. It's definitely going to be worth more than what it's worth now. So my dog's being a piece of shit here right now because I'm really fucking mad at her. This is the crazy story that I wanted to talk about, or I told you that happened in town. So, this little shit, and I wish we had video right now, she's trying to pretend to be all fucking sweet and cute and shit. I'm so mad at this fucking dog. I pull up to a 4-way intersection with stoplights that's normally very busy. To the right of my car, a fucking bunny rabbit, a little white rabbit, runs up. I hear to the window on the passenger side back door of my car. Just hear a smack. Mm-hmm. Turn around and look at it. As I'm looking to my right, my fucking dog is jumping out the window to go catch this rabbit in the middle of a fucking intersection. Literally jumped out of my car, and I don't even know how she made it. It was a 3-inch wide, maybe 5-inch wide. Let's be fair about it. 5-inch wide crack. She should have not been able to get out. She saw a fucking rabbit, jumped out of my car, to go chase this rabbit down in the middle of a fucking busy-ass intersection. Thank God all the traffic stopped. I had to pull my car into the fucking shoulder real quick, and I jump out, looking for traffic, yelling for her, Jenna, Jenna, Jenna. She's down this hill. Luckily, the rabbit decided to run back up the hill. When the rabbit ran back up the hill, Jenna followed her and tried to kill this rabbit in the middle of the road, where finally, thank God again that everybody else just stopped and there wasn't more traffic. Like, I was able to, like, collar her and get her back into the car. She jumped out the window of my fucking vehicle.
She didn't break the window, I hope.
No, of course not.
Okay.
But she's never hunted things like that. She's never tried to do that. And she was so close to getting fucking killed. Dude, like, I'm rattled. If there would have been traffic, she's done for. Literally just lunged out the window after this rabbit.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes their instincts get the best of them. Like, I'm not as much of a dog person as you are, but like animals in general, yeah, you just it's crazy. Just some of the shit you have to like step in to get them out of because they're too stupid to realize that they're like, trying to kill themselves, basically.
I couldn't believe it. I don't know. Yeah, I guess maybe there's but I cruise with her with the windows down all the time. I let her like hang her head out the window and do her thing. She's never once like done anything like that, and literally just like lunged, saw a rabbit. It was almost awesome because like she's fast as fuck and almost damn near like took down a fucking rabbit running around like a goddamn cat. So like good on her for like her I guess natural instincts, but holy shit, dude, it could have been such a fucking bad day.
Oh yeah,
that dog, man, I fucking love that dog, and like just to do something so dumb. And I'm gonna be honest. I fucking whooped the shit out of her once I got her back to the car. And people aren't going to like hearing that, but it's like, yeah, no, I fucking whooped the shit out of that dog because she could have been flattened on the road by a fucking truck, you know, or like whatever, like people, you know, so don't give me this shit that every once in a while you don't need to, you know, be an enforcer because...
Oh, like, well, you spank a dog on the... You spank a dog on the ass once in a while if it's doing something real stupid. So, yeah. No, I slapped her behind the ears, closer to the head a couple times, and I pinned her up against the fucking truck. I'm the layer of the car. I'm not gonna lie, but I'd rather do that because, like, the thing is like you gotta like let them know when at the moment that they done something wrong that it's wrong. Like, because they don't have memories that go that much longer than that. So, like, I can't bring her home and then scold her. It's like, no, you just fucking, like, lunged out into traffic to try to get a rabbit, and you probably should be dead right now. I'm gonna whoop you a little bit. And like, I personally don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Well, as you know, last week I had talked about how I had ordered a spirit box off of the internet, and it has since arrived. It got here last Wednesday, or this past Wednesday rather, and I got a couple things. Unfortunately, only one thing on actual like that I recorded, and it's pretty minuscule. So when I first brought it out of the box and put the batteries in it, I got a couple responses right away. And then this recording is from the second time, and I don't know how well this is going to pick up on microphone. I'll play it now. I'm going to post this video to our Twitter. That is @LooseStoolPod on Twitter. So I'll just play it now, and I'll just let people kind of maybe see what they think. So here we go here.
What's your name? My name's Gerald.
Did you hear that? So in the video, I said at that time I had deduced Gerald from what its name was. Although I will say after I took that video, I asked again for clarification: is it Gerald or Joe? Because I couldn't really decide if it was Gerald or Joe, and it said Joe. So I think we have an official name for Dick Ghost. It's Joe. Unfortunately, I haven't really gotten much since then, but it's been fun to play around with. If I don't know, it's not that worth talking about. But if you do have if you heard anything else than Gerald or Joe, feel free to write in at loosestoolpodcast@gmail.com. However,
well, I would like to throw in that potentially, if anybody else has bought this meter, what this spirit box, if their ghost also said that their name was Gerald or Joe, well then we might have a class action lawsuit on our hands here, or something. Not to be the skeptic, but I'm the skeptic in the bunch here, so I want to know. This is what I want to know. Is there a company just sending out spirit boxes and they're like, oh, we're Gerald? You go, well, Gerald's kind of an old name, Yes.
Well, I did for shits and giggles this afternoon. I was trying, not necessarily desperately, but I did spend a good couple hours at this, trying to ask it different weirder questions, even going so far as to ask a Monty Python reference of what is the average airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow, and I got nothing. So it's so
just
far
said, my name is Gerald.
Yeah. After I asked about the swallow, my name's Gerald. Oh.
It's like a toy with the wind up. No, I do want to believe in it, and I know I've been pretty skeptical, about how that might work, and I do believe, if I'm just being honest, I believe that if I were to be somebody making those sorts of things, and I knew about AI, and I knew about how to program. Well, let's just say program, I would think that the first thing a person's gonna do when they buy this box is say, what's your name? So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna make a response to that and say, when they say, what's your name? I go, my name's Gerald.
I'm also somewhat skeptical. I'm not, I don't want to come across as being see, it said Joe or Gerald or what the fuck ever. This is proof. No, man. I'm just having fun with it. At the end of the day, I mean, maybe it means something. Maybe it doesn't. Probably not. But it's a fun thing to do. Now that I bought this, some friends and we want to drive to talk about a few weeks ago how I mentioned haunting guides and shit. But we found this cemetery that's kind of near Elkhart Lake, Sheboygan area, just semi-northern Wisconsin near Green Bay. That is supposedly very haunted. So we want to take a day trip. As I said at the beginning of the episode, I just need to get the fuck out of the house, man. I'm so sick of just not doing anything. So if I can take a walk in the woods to this abandoned cemetery and bring my little special radio box around and maybe try to talk to a ghost, it's all entertainment.
Well, man, now that you got that box, you can charge fucking $300 a tour, per person. Yeah, I got this thing, and
Yeah.
you want to go into the cemetery, I got this thing, and it only costs you about $1,000. If you make a really good blog about